The advantages of being a cabin crew outweighs the disadvantages, I tell you. Most times what you hear is the things that are not good about this job, and you think that, oh, this is not it. However, I can tell you that this job, as far as I'm concerned, is the best in the whole world. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, my name is Yetunde Adeyemi. I have 5 years experience as an international cabin crew. I am currently a VIP cabin crew, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the advantages of being a cabin crew, whether it's the commercial or whether it's the corporate. Whichever one you decide, there are advantages, and if it's something that you are interested in, stay tuned and watch till the end. Don't forget to subscribe to my Facebook page by clicking on the link below. A lot of things that you learn, and I always do Facebook lives, and I answer questions, and any question you have, I answer it live. Okay, now the number one advantage, I'm not really going to dive into the fact that being a cabin crew gives you financial stability and you travel the world at no cost to you. No, I'm going to talk about advantages that most people do not talk about. The first advantage is being a cabin crew teaches you how to be emotionally and culturally intelligent. I have a video that I just uploaded before this video, and I talked about emotional intelligence, so click on it and watch it. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about cultural intelligence. You know, being cultural intelligence has to do with respecting people's culture. Like, I'm a Nigerian, I'm African, and we have in Nigeria consists of 36 states. And even before I became an international cabin crew, I was flying the local airlines. And one thing I learned is that every state has their beliefs and their values, and the only way for you to work with passengers is to listen and learn. You don't know it all. You don't come on a flight believing that it's all about you, it's all about your ego. You need to understand the route that you are flying. Just like if you're doing an international flight, you need to understand about the country. I always say, before you do a particular flight, if you're working in the local airlines, if you're flying to a local within you, find out about their beliefs and values. It helps you understand the passengers properly. And if you are doing an international flight and you're going to another country, it's always better for you to understand the beliefs and values of such countries, so that you will understand the type of passengers that you have. That is what being cultural intelligence is. Right now, I'm a VIP cabin crew, and I do not fly a setting. I also fly different types of people from different countries. And anytime I'm going to do a particular flight, one of the first things I try to know is to know every single thing about the client on board, their countries, their beliefs, their values, what they hold dear to them, so that I can make the flight as comfortable as possible, so that they can come back to use the private jet. Do you understand what I mean by cultural intelligence? Okay, let's go to the second point. The second point is being a cabin crew opens you outside the box. Now, what I mean by opens you outside the box, before you became a cabin crew, you have maybe probably been working in a particular place for a while, or maybe you don't even have any work experience at all. So what you know is what you have been open to experience. Like, maybe if you don't have any work experience and all you have is you went to university, or you did a diploma program, that's the only experience that you have. But you know that the world is a very vast. It's not, the world doesn't operate in a box. There are a lot of things that are out there for you to experience. And as a cabin crew, that is one of the things it gives to you. Because number one, it teaches you how to, the thing is, you travel for a living. You get paid to travel. You earn a living from traveling from one point to another. And the more you travel, the more it expands your horizon, the more it expands your brain, the more it expands your intelligence. Let me be honest with you. Traveling increases your intelligence. because what it does, it opens you outside the box. You see life outside the box that you have put yourself. You have put yourself in a box. Like I am Nigerian, and I've lived so many years in Nigeria. But when I became an international crew, I started understanding that this life is not just within the four walls of Lagos, Nigeria alone, because I grew up in Lagos. When I first of all started with the local airlines, I started understanding the way people in Calabar think. The way they reason is different from how we Lagosians reason. When I started international routes, the way someone from the US is the way they think is different from how I think. And you now start to expand your horizons as, wow, there's so much for you to learn out there. There's so much for you to see out there. When I became a cabin crew, I now realized that knowing how to speak a foreign language it's very important, because it helps you to be able to relate with all kinds of people. So that is what I mean by it opens you outside the box, because you tend to see life different from the only view that you have. Because trust me, putting yourself in a box, you have just put a limitation on yourself. The third advantage is being a cabin crew opens you to other opportunities that you never knew existed. Now let me give an example. During your training, you do a 6 weeks training. In your 6 weeks training, you do a first aid training. They teach you how to handle passenger that's a passenger that faints. They teach you how to handle a choking passenger. You can do CPR. You can deliver a baby. Now, aside from being a cabin crew, you can also work in the medical field. Like right now that a lot of people have been made redundant, I want to believe that as a crew, apart from being a cabin crew, you can also offer your services in the medical field, because you can give CPR, which means you are very good at first aid. And that is what I mean by it opens you to other opportunities. As a cabin crew, you have lodged in different 5-star hotels. When you have lodged in different 5-star hotels, you can actually give consultancy to people that travel for a living. There are some travel bloggers that are always looking out for the best hotels to lodge in, what different these hotels. You can even start a travel blog. You can even become a consultant with Airbnb. This is the opportunities I'm talking about. And if you know how to speak another language, wow, that's even the best, because you can offer all these services in the languages that you actually know how to read and write. So being a cabin crew opens you to other opportunities that you never knew existed. You can also work in a customer care service, because your job is actually customer service. So even if right now the airlines are not recruiting, there are other things that you can do with your cabin crew experience. I'm talking about people that already have the cabin crew experience. And for you who is thinking about whether being a cabin crew is a good or is a very good career to pursue, now I'm giving you the go ahead that you should pursue this career when things get back to normal. So with these 3 things I have spoken about, I'm very sure that I have been able to convince you about sticking to that dream of yours. Do not give up on the dream. Yes, I know that right now things are not working as like before. However, things are getting better bit by bit, because the redundant cabin crews that work in the local airlines in their countries are being called back in stages to come back to work. In a year or two's time, they'll start to take in new cabin crew. Well, we just hope for the best. There are other advantages that most YouTubers talk about. They talk about the fact that you travel outside the country at no cost to you. It gives you financial stability and all that. Yes, I know you are aware of that, but I wanted to concentrate on something that is more something different from what you always hear on other YouTube channels. So as usual, my name is Iyetunde Adeyemi. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I always release videos at least once or twice every week. Sign up to my my Facebook page, Life of a Flight Attendant. Click on the link below. There are also some ebooks that I recommend that you read, and it will help you in your journey. it's reading. It's something that is, you can never go wrong with reading a book that takes you step closer to your dream. So I want to wish you a happy new year. And I wish you the best in this particular new year, and I know it's going to get better with time.